Let's kick this off with a quote from this week's seminar that makes so much sense. Culture is the process by which meaning is produced, circulated, consumed, commodified, and endlessly reproduced and renegotiated in society. This citation is the basis for the content we absorbed in this week's seminar, an introduction to the circuit of culture. What I've taken to be an endless cycle with no beginning or end, and where meaning in this cultural bubble is created, shaped, modified, and redefined in adaptation to changing perspectives. Rather than regurgitating the entire theory of the circuit of culture we all learned in the seminar, I want to briefly run through Hofstede's cultural dimensions, because that's what engaged me the most in this module, how it allows us to understand a cultural context and use it to our advantage. Firstly, power distance. The basis of this is the belief that all individuals in society are not equal. I think we can all agree on that. But to better communicate with a particular culture, we need to look at how firm this belief is in our target culture and how they react to the unequal distribution of power. Some countries are governed under communism, where power distance is much lower than democratic societies, and the acceptance of power inequality is close to non-existent among general society. Next, individualism. I find this so integral, especially in a generational context. More and more in Australia, communicating with opposing age-defined generations sometimes feels like talking to someone speaking another language, generally because we are. It might be the same mother tongue, but meaning behind words, phrases, and colloquialisms continues to drastically change. This is compounded by differing education levels and modern-day curriculum vastly changing the knowledge that we're being given. Are we a part of an interdependent culture as a whole? Or are we only dependent on the values and attitudes of our immediate age demographic? I'm running out of time, but look out for my other blogs so we can sink our teeth into more of Hofstede's cultural dimensions concerning gender difference, the ambiguity of our future, short-term versus long-term practice, and cultures that differ in terms of indulgence and conservatism.